What if I told you that long before religion had temples, before kings had crowns, before priests had scriptures, the universe already had laws, and those laws do not vote. They do not pray. They do not negotiate. They simply operate. Today, we are not talking about politics. We are not talking about church. We are not talking about Rome. We are talking about something far deeper. We are talking about Caesar. Not as a man, but as a cosmic system. And the question is not, who is Caesar? The real question is, can you escape him? The cosmos does not care about belief. Whether you are Christian, Muslim, Hindu, atheist, or spiritual, gravity still pulls you down. Fire still burns you. Water still drowns you. Time still ages you. Death still comes. The universe does not care what you believe. It cares only about what is true. You can deny the sun, but you cannot stop the sunrise. You can reject death, but you cannot cancel your funeral. This is what give to Caesar truly means. Not taxes, not coins, not Rome. It means give to the system what the system demands, because the universe does not run on prayers. It runs on laws. Caesar is not a man. Caesar is law. When Jesus said, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God," he was not talking about government. He was talking about realms. Two domains. The domain of physical law. The domain of spiritual mystery Caesar represents. Cause and effect, action and consequence, effort and reward, seed and harvest. You can pray all night, but if you refuse to plant, you will starve. You can fast for 40 days, but if you ignore gravity, you will fall. This is Caesar, not wicked, not holy, just inevitable. The universe does not bend, it breaks you. Man has always tried to negotiate with reality. We offer sacrifices, we chant prayers, we perform rituals. But the universe does not respond to emotion. It responds to alignment. You do not receive because you prayed. You receive because you matched the law. You are not poor because God hates you. You are poor because skills were not developed, value was not created, structure was not built. This is not cruelty. This is cosmic accounting. The universe keeps perfect records, and Caesar never forgets. Man's attempt to control God. Now let's talk about the most dangerous invention of man. Religion. Religion is not God. Religion is man's interpretation of God. Religion is not truth. Religion is structure around mystery. And structures create power, control, hierarchies, politics. That's why every religion has leaders, rules, punishments, rewards. Not because God demanded it, but because systems demand order. And when order is needed, Caesar enters the temple. When God becomes a political instrument, every empire has used God. Rome used God. Europe used God. Kings used God. Colonizers used God, not to free people, but to control them. Because the fastest way to control a man is not through his body. It is through his beliefs. When you can define God for someone, you can define their fear, hope, obedience, resistance. That is religious politics. Not God speaking, but Caesar wearing holy robes. Man's helplessness in identifying true God. Here is the uncomfortable truth. No human being knows God absolutely. We know ideas of God. We know images of God. We know stories of God. But God himself, unreachable, uncontainable, unprovable, unnameable. Every culture names God differently. Every religion describes God differently. Every scripture frames God differently. If God were fully knowable, there would be one religion, not thousands. The moment man claims, "This is the true God," he has already turned mystery into politics. God is not a person. God is a principle. God is not a man in the sky. God is not a bearded figure on a throne. God is not confined to a book, a church, a mosque, or a temple. God is intelligence, order, consciousness, energy, being itself. And Caesar is law, structure, pattern, system, consequence. You cannot escape Caesar. You can ignore him, but you will suffer. You can pray against him, but he will still operate. You can curse him, but he will still collect. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, because Caesar owns this realm. The final realization. Here is the truth that shakes both religion and rebellion. You are not punished by God. You are not blessed by God. You are aligned or misaligned with law. Heaven is not a location. Hell is not a fire. They are states of alignment, and Caesar is not your enemy. He is your teacher. Obey the law, and you rise. Defy the law, and you fall. Not because God is cruel, but because order is perfect. So give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, because Caesar will take it anyway, and give to God what belongs to God. Your humility, your awareness, your consciousness. Because the greatest illusion of man is not that God exists. It is that man understands him.